Bill Cosby in the 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, he was one of the most successful black guy in the world. He made The Cosby Show. He made I Spy, Fat Albert, and he was an educated black guy. He wasn't this thug from the streets. He wasn't. He didn't do. He wasn't doing. He didn't do drugs. He wasn't drinking. He wasn't getting in trouble. He went to college, I think, and he was an educated black guy, and he uh was seen as in a positive way, at least in the media. He was seen as a nice black guy. He wasn't seen as a thug or a gangster. He was clean cut. He looked. He was seen like a friendly guy, goofy, had a sense of humor. He did stand up comedy. He was always trying to get black guys, black people. He was always trying to help black people from the get. Telling black people to go to college and to get a nice education and live, stay out of trouble. Telling black guys to stay out of trouble. So, but something happened. Everything in his life was going good up until 2014, when all these women kept coming forward thanks to the Me Too movement. A lot of white women too, a lot of black women, some black women too. A lot of women kept coming forward on this black guy, and these rumors, kept spreading about him, and they were accused of being molested by him, sexually harassed by this guy. And this went on for 4 years, because every day, you guys remember this, back in 2014, 2015, there was always videos on the news about a lot of women were coming, over 100 women. Every day there was a woman saying he touched me, he did this to me back in 1970s, 80s, and a lot of these were white women. There was maybe two or three who were black, but most of these women were white. And it just kind of reminds me of how white women can accuse a black man of something and get away with it. They call them Becky's, but a lot of white women kept coming forward and accusing Bill Cosby of this, and there is no evidence of he did any of this. This is just their word over his, and it really crushed him because he went blind over this. He didn't in the past 4 years he didn't say anything. He didn't say he was innocent. He didn't say he was guilty. He kept his mouth shut. A lot of women were saying, humiliating him. There was a woman who was on his show who was Rudy's friend, and I think season 7 and 8, she was a light skinned girl. She grew up to hate him. She came out the bushes screaming something, half naked, out the bushes, and screaming at him. So it's really weird. There was a woman who played a pregnant woman on the show, the Cosby Show, and she came and said that he sexually molested her, and that she was sexually assaulted by him. So he had all these women on TV shows, oh my God, people he encountered, and it just made him look bad. And even now, so he's in jail now. He's doing 3 to 10 years in jail now. He's totally blind, humiliated. His whole career is over. He lost. He was supposed to make a TV show. He was supposed to do all this stuff. He's had his whole career destroyed. His life is destroyed. Now people see him as a sexual predator, and he's a black guy. You never see when white guys are accused of this stuff. When you see when famous white guys are accused of this stuff, sexual harassment. You never hear about it, but because he's a black guy, he's accused. They make him seem like he's the worst guy in the world. He's a sexual predator, rapist, all this stuff. This kind of reminds me of To Kill a Mockingbird, about a black man being accused of sexually assaulting a white woman when he didn't do anything. She tried to seduce him, and he refused. And then she accused him of being a rapist and stuff like that. He had to prove his innocence. So I don't know. I know because look, Bill Cosby is a multimillionaire. He was. He was rich, famous. He had the money, the power, and women would throw themselves at him. He had probably a whole bunch of women throwing themselves at him. I believe he had sex with a lot of women. These women were mad at him and they want revenge. So, he's getting what he, but there is no evidence. He did lose a case. Andrea Costin, I think there was a white woman, tall white woman, about 6 feet tall. The white woman, she said he touched her butt, something like that. So he had to pay her $3 million for touching her butt, and now he's in jail right now. So he should be out in a couple years. Right now he's in his 80s, and he's not living the best life. Right now he's teaching black inmates, about how to stay out of trouble and stuff like that. But Mr. J here, peace.